Here we go again. Another day, another police officer shooting a violent criminal. Seems like you can't turn on the news anymore without seeing these sorts of stories. Enough is enough. It is long past time in this country that we had a national conversation about the discriminatory practice in many police departments to target people who are committing crimes. That is discrimination. We will have that conversation. The libs are defending the stabbing of children. They are. They are doing that to own the conservatives or to own the cops or to own the white people or to, I don't know. They're just doing it to push their narrative. But they are actually now in the position of defending teenage girls stabbing other teenage girls just so that a cop won't intervene, just so they can't give the cop credit for what he did right. You've probably heard about this story by now. If you haven't, a Columbus police officer shot 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant. This, now that the Derek Chauvin trial is over, the left needs some new case to focus on to pretend that the country is really racist and terrible and black people are always being attacked and white people are the devil. So they're focusing on this case. Poor little 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant cut down in her prime by a racist, vicious cop. Except for this very inconvenient fact that we only know about because of body camera footage, which was that when the cop shot Ma'Khia Bryant, she was inches away from stabbing another girl. We've got the footage. Cop gets out of his car, walks up, there's some kind of altercation going on. Okay, someone gets knocked to the ground. And now a girl, there it is, girl gets shot. The girl gets shot as she is inches away from stabbing with a steak knife another young girl. It all kind of goes into this melee when this first person on the side goes down, the cop is turned facing the person who goes down. Cop pulls out his gun. You got the footage right there. This girl, Ma'Khia Bryant, is wielding a giant knife, wraps it around on the side, is about to plunge it down into this other girl, is inches away from it, and then the cop rightly shoots the attacker. That is the only thing that he could do while still doing his job and pursuing justice. A just society would give this cop a medal. A just society would give this cop an award. He saved a girl's life and shot a knife-wielding attacker. Our society is going to try to destroy him, is going to try to put him in prison, is going to try to ruin his family, is going to call him a racist because he shot one black girl to save another black girl who was about to be stabbed by the first black girl. But that makes him a racist somehow. That's what's going to happen here. Some people want to say, look, can't we just all get along? Can't we just have it both ways? Look, maybe he shouldn't have done that, but, look, I guess the girl had a knife, but, maybe he shouldn't. It's just a really sad thing. It's a tragedy. We'll get to the tragedy in a second because we have to get through some of the stupid questions surrounding this first. I kid you not. There is the suggestion on the left that the officer should have not shot the victim, or shot the perpetrator rather, shot to kill. He should have just shot her in the ankle or something. Shot her in the wrist, shot the gun right out of her hand. This was a question posed to the police chief yesterday.
Chief, one of the big questions that has been asked primarily on social media, and it may seem like a silly question that, shouldn't people already know, but this is a legitimate question that a lot of people are asking, is can an officer shoot the leg? Can they shoot somewhere that would not result in a fatal wound, right? So a lot of people have said, couldn't he have just shot her in the leg so she dropped? Couldn't he have shot her in the arm? Something like that.
Right,
Respond to those questions.
Okay, we got to pause it right there before we get to his answer because this cop is pretty diplomatic here, but I will not be diplomatic. This is an extremely dumb question. Basically what this reporter is asking, and look, I'm not even knocking on the reporter. The reporter is just channeling what a lot of very stupid, ignorant people on the internet are saying. He's basically asking, hey, Couldn't the cop have shot the knife out of the girl's hand without harming her, like Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Couldn't the cop have had, when he heard that harmonica come on, couldn't he have just whipped out his gun, shot the knife out, and then, the girl, she would have looked really startled, like the other guy in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but then they all kind of would have laughed about it and no one would have gotten hurt? Couldn't that, come on, I saw it. I saw it in the movies. That's the question. No, that's not. I won't even explain why you can't do that. I will allow the expert, the cop, to explain why that is not such a great idea.
One of the difficult things with that is when you're trying, we don't train to shoot the leg because that's a small target. We train to shoot center mass. What is available to stop that threat? There was a threat going on, a deadly force threat that was going on, so the officer is trained to shoot center mass, the largest part of a body that is available to them. When you try to start shooting legs or arms, rounds miss, and then they continue on, and there are people behind that could be in danger that are not committing anything. So we try and minimize any danger to anyone else if we have to use our firearm.
When you pull out a firearm in real life, that is not a video game. When you pull out you're not playing around. It's not, here's a warning. I actually saw someone say on Twitter, why couldn't he fire a warning shot into the air? Like he's a Mexican gangster. Because, I don't know if you're aware of this, bullets, when they go up, eventually, because of gravity, they come back down. And if you're just shooting into the air, when they come back down, it might not work out too well for you or for an innocent bystander. Why couldn't he just shot her in the leg? One, she's moving like crazy. Two, actually, I'm sorry, the first consideration here is she's got a knife inches from this girl's body. She's got a knife coming down very quickly on this girl's body, so shooting her in the leg, probably not a smart idea, even if it did work. Second, leg, very, very small area, moving very rapidly. You've got lots of people around. You don't need bullets spraying everywhere. When you pull out a weapon and you shoot that weapon at somebody, you are shooting to kill that person. That's just the way it works. That's what guns do. That's what guns are for. And by the way, cops have guns for a reason. Cops have guns to stop bad guys from doing bad things. Like this girl who was trying to stab. And by the way, when you're stabbing, you're not just playing games either. When you pull a knife out and you stab somebody, you are trying to kill that person. And this cop saved that girl from getting killed by that other girl. That's a good thing. Wait a second. Wait, no, not so fast. Pull your hands away from the keyboard or from your screen. You got to smash that button. You got to subscribe. You got to like. You've got to make sure that you get all of the videos that are coming up, because YouTube doesn't necessarily love our content. They don't always want to promote it. So make sure that you are there for all the latest videos. See you next time.